You are now tuned into the Drop Spot Internet Radio.
Get that real shit.
#1 station for the drip and the drop.
Hey!
This man did
What
not
is
let
going
me...
on, man? It's your boy Charming Music with the Drop Spot Podcast at the Drop Spot Internet Radio. You feel me? Make sure you follow.
You a hoe, bro. You a hoe. This man just started the whole pod. You see me pouring up, nigga. You a hoe, bro.
That nigga said, all right, you ready?
And then sped up the introductions and shit.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Charming Music with the Drop Spot Podcast at the Drop Spot Internet Radio, man. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Drop Spot Radio. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like, comment, share, all that good jazz. You feel me? We're going to try to keep this content rolling for you. You feel
Where
me?
the fuck the TikTok at, bro?
Bro, it's coming.
People waiting.
Ain't nobody
Where the
waiting
fuck
for
the TikTok?
You the only nigga waiting.
I don't even be on TikTok.
That
nigga said the streets being fiending. Streets fiending for it.
Yo, the streets is talking, yo. The streets is talking, yo.
Right, man.
But nah, man, you know what I'm saying? We got some shit for y'all today, man. First off,
They looking for the drop spot, bro.
I know. I know.
Dancing ass motherfuckers.
That was
They
the
looking
point.
for the drop spot, man.
That's the point. You know what I'm saying? They could look for the drop spot, but only motherfuckers that's supposed to be at the drop spot know where the drop spot at. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? X marks the spot. But anyways.
So you trying to exclude the dancing motherfuckers?
Yes. Dancing
Right.
niggas is out of here.
I like the honest answer.
Dancing niggas is out of there. I don't give a damn. I got friends that dance. I got friends that used to dance and don't dance no more. That's cool. Keep that shit to
Hey, that's
themselves.
facts.
Goddamn bones got stiff, nigga.
I'm telling you. But no, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Other shit too, but you feel me? But first off, I got the gang with me. Harvey Lee, JDB, JB. Still got to figure it out. We're going to get it together. We still ain't came with no
I
nickname.
feel like we cool with. I'm cool with that. JDB, I like it.
I feel like she ain't even tried to come up with her own nickname. Like,
Cause she like
throughout all-
JDB. She like
don't.
JDB on the
She
low.
don't,
She like it, bro.
You
She
know,
like
I
it,
got
bro.
in trouble for JDB at one point in time, so she don't
Facts.
like it.
You must have fucked with somebody called Jade.
No.
Oh.
No, that's wicked.
Yeah, for real.
Sound
That's
on
crazy. That's crazy.
The response I
That's
got
crazy.
from her, that
Nah, when the name came up, it was
Story
a time. You know what I'm saying?
Story
It was
time.
a time. So when I made the name up, it was like, oh damn, I really am jaded. And it was a self-reflection kind of thing. So she didn't like the name.
What?
You don't remember that?
I've never fucking said that.
Okay.
I
Man,
said that's
bro.
the reason
Boy,
why I said
women
that.
be
I did.
forgetting, boy.
Look, JB.
Yeah,
but from a nickname, a
I
whole
said that's the reason
self-reflection
why I
moment,
wouldn't
that
like
don't even
it.
sound. That don't even sound accurate.
Therapist.
therapist. I'm dead. Hey, I do remember that. I do remember that. I ain't
You
gonna
was
lie
there?
to you.
No, this is my therapist.
Oh,
He remembers. I had this whole conversation with JB about all of that. Yes, that happened. That definitely happened.
well, story time, Britt.
You don't remember. It's obvious. It's cool. Anyways.
What did you not like about the word jaded?
Now we
Because
get
there's
now we get
different
into some
meanings
shit.
of the word jaded.
Now we pod.
So you
So-
could have took it as whatever meaning you wanted it to be.
I did, because there can be a negative connotation towards it. as
So
a
you
person.
took the negative one.
I did.
Okay.
When he said it, yes.
But I don't
And then
think
there's
that was his
also
intention.
another version of it, because I do like the Jade Gym.
That's when I hear it, that's what I go towards, the gym. You don't look at
This
yourself
nigga
as
look
a
like he
gym?
ain't been nowhere near no gym.
Damn, man. He didn't even have to do that. He already called your shirt little.
That was off cam. You had to bring that shit to the public.
I bought it to the
Nobody
public.
heard that.
I bought it to the public, and I had his camera on.
Hey,
Wow.
It's so bad when you go to the
Fuck
full,
both
when you
of
go
y'all.
to the full camera, the shirt looks smaller.
Oh, man, Harvey, you can't let him do you like this, dog.
Oh, that's funny.
Are y'all done?
Oh,
I should have stayed home. I should have stayed home.
And they said I got PTO.
I could have still been on the toilet, man. Chilling.
Chilling.
Chilling on the toilet is crazy.
Chilling on the toilet.
Legs dead and everything.
Yeah, man.
We wild. Yo, how y'all doing today, bro? It seems like y'all in good spirits. This seems
Fuck
like
you.
good vibe. What? What you mean?
Hey, this is why Harvey gonna shoot you in GTA, bro.
That's why I don't play GTA Online no more.
And
I told you my GTA
I'm going
Online
to
story,
invite
didn't
him to my gang. We gonna be clicked up, same
First
colors.
off, I'm not coming nowhere when you name it a gang. I'm not joining that.
So what am I supposed to call it?
I don't know.
A
nigga.
crew?
Yeah, it's gonna come to the squad. No.
All right, squad up.
You can say gang,
We
but
gonna
you said-
squad up. We gonna squad up.
He
and
put
I'ma
too much
shoot him in his
emphasis on that
fucking
last
face.
G.
Yeah, that last G was crazy.
I'm
That
gonna
last
shoot
G
him
was
in his
crazy.
fucking face.
I'll join the gang.
I'm shooting your boy.
You sound like fucking Will Ferrell and Get Hard.
No, for real.
I would like to join the gang. S'il vous plaît. Bro, stupid. But no, man, I ain't gonna sit here and fuck with y'all today.
You gonna be the runner, nigga.
Bro, first off, you gonna put some respect on my name.
No, you gonna be the fucking runner.
You gotta put some respect on my name saying I'm gonna be the runner.
Corner boy.
Damn.
Corner boy is
Selling
crazy.
dime bags to
Hell
get by.
yeah.
Dog, like
Yo.
for real. Like this
You ain't
what-
moving no
think
weight.
so little?
You ain't moving no weight.
No wait. Little nickels.
And they got me on a bike. I gotta tap X the pedal.
Hey, remember on San Andreas, the niggas
You
who would
ain't
be out there on
you
the
ain't get
muscle
no AK,
shirts.
but
No,
you
for real.
getting a pistol. That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can deal with a pistol, nigga.
I ain't gonna give you no knife. Nigga.
Damn, like, I can't even be warriors.
Nope.
Brass knuckles and a pistol.
You better be accurate. Yo. Nah, he ain't even no brass knuckles. Hell no, that's too much.
Oh, that's funny. Man, where we starting at today? I'm not gonna fuck with y'all today.
Oh man.
How y'all gonna defend yourselves when these robots take over?
Man, look.
Guns.
Nah, them guns ain't gonna cut it. We seen
Nah,
our
for
robot.
real.
They was fighting through the guns.
Know what I'm saying?
And our robot, they was fighting
right.
through the guns, bro.
You need
right.
a flamethrower.
Look, all I'm gonna say is
Japan got them walking around normally now, don't they?
yeah,
That's South
Korea.
Korea.
South
do.
Korea, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Somewhere
Look,
in
I
Asia.
wonder if there's like a light indication like our robot was. Like if it's the blue light, red light situation. Like how am I
when
gonna
it's
know
pissed off, yeah.
that he done turned sides?
mean,
I gotta
right now
know.
He blue, so
He blue right now in this
right.
picture,
So
but
if he's any other color, that should give you a warning.
man, look,
Hey. How do y'all know it's a
that's
guy?
my bitch.
I was just finna say that.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Hey, speaking of my
Did
bitch,
anybody else hear
How-
this?
how-
Okay, you did hear it. Okay.
how,
He was gonna say
But
it too.
it does
I
look like
was
a
gonna
fe-
say
it
it.
do look like a
It
female.
do look like a female, and that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
What about them niggas who gonna try to holler at the robots, man?
I'm gonna be the first nigga.
Man, yo, she cook, she clean.
He a fan.
Hey,
Hey, when them eyes turn red, you just leave the crib.
hey, look, I'm
He's
just like
Come back when they blue.
Hey, look,
hey,
don't let them manufacture them niggas with hips. They manufacture them niggas with hips, nigga. It's over with. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They give them a BBL.
I'm gonna put on. Hey, look,
All right, bro.
hey,
Hey,
JB.
JB. This man gonna order him a Doja Cat robot.
Wait. Hey, look, I'm gonna spray paint my hand the same shit the wide receivers use to catch the ball.
Boy, I'm dead.
Stick'em.
Stick'em.
It's over with.
What that shit? What's
It's
the
over
movie?
with.
Little Giants. He put all that Stickems on it.
Oh, for real.
It's over with. Niggas a game. I
He
ain't
gonna
playing with
smack that ass, and that hand is not moving.
Not
It's stuck.
moving.
That motherfucker gonna say tink on my soul.
Oh boy, it gonna sound like a pee-wee baseball game.
Stupid. But nah, okay. Well, look, this is the thing, though. Okay.
What is the
Female
actual
robots,
topic? What is
man
the actual
robots. No,
topic?
the topic is them taking over.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
But
you know,
like- but at the
movies
same time,
movies
though,
predict the future.
That's true.
That's
but
true.
look,
It's gonna be an iRobot situation.
if they bring female robots and man robots, right?
It's a robot. It doesn't matter.
Are they gonna allow?
The parts are interchangeable.
They're already interchangeable.
You know what I'm saying? It's a robot. It don't matter if it's male or female. You can make it whatever you want.
That nigga said you gotta screw in the whatever
No, for
piece you
real,
need.
The movie robots was changing parts.
That's what I'm.
The cartoon robots.
I'm trying to tell you, they were trying to put the kids on early. The shit's happening in real life. Motherfucker change parts real quick.
Whatever piece you need.
Endgame
just
came out. What
screw
happened
it off.
after Endgame? COVID.
True. That's true.
Movies
But
predict
look,
the future, bro. I'm
not
telling
gonna
you,
lie to
movies
you.
predict the
Bro,
future.
The moment one of these goddamn robots wash up on the shore of California, it's over.
Wash up.
It's
Why
gonna
gotta
wash
up
it
on the
because it's
shore?
not going. It's gonna be in the water. It's gonna float.
So you
and
think it's gonna
wash
go
up on the shore?
all the
Nigga,
way?
do you know where? I'm about to fire you up. Do you know where Korea is?
But you're talking about it going from the largest ocean all the way to California.
Yeah, nigga's a straight shot.
I don't
It's
think
a
that
long
happens,
ass
Sean.
shot. It's
You
a
know what?
long
I don't
ass
think
shot.
that's gonna happen.
Nigga,
I know it's not gonna happen. I'm saying, like,
the robot
on
gonna be at the bottom of the ocean before it make it to California.
On some castaway shit. On some castaway shit. Look,
Castaway.
So yeah, you're saying it's gonna go all the way around.
over there to there. It ain't going all the way around, nigga. It's just going across the ocean. It's one ocean. You act like it's got to go up past the fucking North Pole and shit, nigga. This
But
shit's
you
coming straight
are
across.
saying the largest ocean. Like,
There's still an ocean, nigga. I understand it's the largest ocean. I'm just saying that it's a robot. You act
it's
like
gonna
that bitch
end
don't
at
sink.
it is.
It might not. That's why I say when it wash up on the shore,
It's the world flat.
It's not buoyant.
I'm not going on this world flat conversation with you. No,
Because
we can get- hey, we
I'm
can talk
confused
about
on
it.
why
We can
you don't
talk
think
about
it's
it.
gonna go around.
Yeah.
Why you think it's a straight shot?
It's gonna hit the dome.
it is a straight shot.
It's gonna hit the end of the dome.
It's a straight shot. I'm not dealing with this shit with this nigga. It's a
What's the
straight
name
shot.
of that movie?
Fucking Truman Show.
Yes. That's what we living in, bro.
I believe that though. I actually really do believe that we in the Truman Show. I ain't gonna hold you. The Matrix is real. But
We are a sim.
yeah, dead ass.
Hey, the nigga that controlling me, he need to do a little better, man. Come on, bro. Throw the nigga a little more bread. Something. Put the cheat code in, bro.
Hey,
for
bro,
life,
you sound
dog.
like one of these hoes talking about whoever got my voodoo dog lick the coochie part a little bit. That's how you sound right now. That man said whoever controlling me, they need to do better.
Hey, B, it's like that.
Oh, man.
Was it Black Mirror we was watching?
Secret
When
level.
when Buddy was playing the little game, the little things was on the screen.
It sounds like some Black Mirrors.
Oh, I think that's what we was watching the
never
other day,
finished
right?
Black
It was Black Mirror.
I need to finish Black Mirror.
I think the new season of Black Mirror is one episode, right? It was a guy who was part of the game developer thing, and
Oh, the spinoff of the
game, yeah, the spinoff of that one. So old man Buddy went to go test this game out for whoever the dude was, right? But the game was like these little bites had their own like little civilization. You feed them, you clothe them, you bathe them, and they grow and they communicate and blah 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 blah. So he got high on some acid and was able to actually communicate with the things. So
Okay,
he
I ain't
turned
make
them
it that
into
far.
like a super
I ain't
civilization.
making that far. Okay.
Yeah, it turned into like a super civilization, but that's just how he sounded, bro. That was hilarious. You gotta watch that shit. If you ain't watched Black Mirror yet, y'all need to watch that. Though.
Yeah, I
They
got
didn't watch the interactive
I
Black
stopped
Mirror.
at
The interactive Black Mirror was cool. I didn't like how it ended.
But
one
it
like I
tied
I
stopped.
don't think
where
I ever did the interactive one.
Buddy was playing a video game and he was fucking his homeboy.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that was
That
crazy.
wasn't
I think that was like
That was the
season one.
last
That was
episode I
yeah.
seen too.
I bet it was.
Hell yeah, because after that I was like, hell no, I don't want to see no more random shit like this.
Nah, the interactive
I
one
mean,
was cool.
in the game, his homeboy was a girl, so.
Nah, it don't count. It don't count,
But
bro.
you right, because he knew who it was.
Exactly.
That's wild. I could never. Like that, if I did something like that, I would have to have like the full Echo suit on. But that's never mind. That's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse.
Hey, yo.
No.
First of all,
Hey,
the
yo.
fact that you was even contemplating.
He was considering it, bro.
If you watching
if
this
I were to
ever do it with me.
look. If you watching this
if we
podcast
played
online,
Never Have I Ever, that's
this is what
something
I
I'm
need you to
not
do.
putting my hand down to.
If you watch this podcast online, this is what I need you to do. I need you to rewind 20 seconds. Forget what you just
Nope,
heard.
nah,
and
hell.
then skip like 30
Replay that
seconds.
shit. Make a clip of it. Yeah, make that go viral.
Man, for real.
That's wild.
If I were to ever do it.
Why are you even contemplating it?
Because
So if JB had a female character,
that's crazy.
That was the
That's
scenario. That's the
crazy.
scenario.
That's
That's the
crazy.
scenario.
It's 'cause I'm
you the
sitting
one
right
talking
here.
about yes.
Nah, it's because you big.
And
Nigga. I'm
you-
not doing
no,
you big.
Yo,
And
pause.
he knew you
son.
longer. He's known you
Super
longer.
pause.
He's known you longer. That's why.
It's getting so much worse.
Y'all want to switch topics?
Yo, what's the next topic?
I get it.
I'm not gonna lie. We didn't even really touch.
no.
We
How did
really
we
didn't
get
even
here?
talk about the topic.
We did it.
We
Bro.
really didn't even talk about the topic. for
Oh
real.
man,
So, anyways,
so
y'all
much
hear
worse.
about these
Next.
Easter eggs filled with weed around Texas? I forgot what city.
Hey,
it was.
I ain't gonna lie. Buddy is smart.
that's smart as hell.
That's smart as hell. And it was 420. Easter was 420. So I mean,
That's
hey,
facts. But it's smart until you put it on the internet that you can get
yeah,
this shit.
that's true. That's where he messed up at, and that's what people always got to realize that they mess up at. Like, stop putting stuff on the internet.
For real.
Oh, this
Granted,
isn't left
he
hand.
could have put it on like Snapchat or something,
Yeah.
You
was
would've
easy.
He
known
He
about
still
it.
would have got caught, but a
but
little
it would have
less.
disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, it'd been gone. But nah, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though.
Is that a
I
zip?
wish. No,
No, he was doing like
That's
3
how you
5s.
bro.
Bro, that is a huge
for
egg.
real.
That's a big ass egg,
Bro,
right
that's
there.
a small egg,
That
bro.
is a close
It's
up
just
picture,
zoomed up.
Harvey.
Yeah.
So how much you think it is right
A
there?
3-5 for sure.
That's probably
Like 4
probably
grams.
like 2.5.
Okay, so you saying that's a regular egg is just zoomed in.
Yes.
A regular what?
A regular egg is just zoomed in.
Yeah, look at the egg. Look at the rock and look at the egg.
Okay.
It's a big ass rock. It's a little ass
I mean,
egg.
it might have been a big ass egg, and then that's a different egg.
Nah, nigga, same egg, same
Okay,
color.
all right.
I ain't gonna hold you same color.
But no, my Easter egg hunt was kind of crazy. We tried to do something, in the front yard with my daughter. She saw me throwing the eggs down, so every time I gave her an egg or picked it up, she threw that bitch right back. She threw that bitch right down. I opened it for her. She throw the egg down. She'll throw the candy down.
If you picked it up off the floor, I don't want it. I don't want this shit.
She
You picked
like-
up off the floor.
I saw Daddy throwing it down, so that's what I'm supposed to do.
Nah, I ain't do nothing this Easter, man. I sat back at the crib. I was supposed to see family, but I just chilled this Easter. I'm waiting till I think next year we're going to do our family reunion. We do our family reunion around Easter, and we do the big Easter egg hunt then with all the grandkids and all the
Hey,
little
my
cousins
family
and all that
reunion
stuff.
about to
So
be in New Orleans. Well, I'm like, me and my pops about to be lit.
this nigga about to come back with a whole accent knowing he ain't from there.
You hood?
that was off. I don't know where the hell you thought you was from with
man.
that.
I ain't
boy.
been there before. I ain't been there yet. I'm
Damn,
not
that's
gonna say
crazy.
I've been there before.
I ain't
but,
never been to New Orleans either.
Damn, that's crazy, dog.
I've been to New Orleans once,
That's crazy.
I ain't never been.
and I had a blast.
Yeah, New Orleans is fun, bro.
I bought a bottle just because it was at the gas station. They have liquor
Yeah,
everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere.
I heard.
And then the food in the gas stations,
Bro,
crazy, dog.
A fifth of Tito's for 15.
I don't
I
know.
bought it just because.
That's crazy, Harvey.
At the gas station, bro.
I would never buy no bottles in New Orleans.
I would never buy Tito's.
Why?
Why?
I bought it just because.
Because-
The other options were worse.
Because it's
feel you.
hidden, like everything that New Orleans has to offer, like the bars and all that shit.
You
Like,
think they got like a
bro, when I was down there, I got a
think they
grenade,
spiked
a 64-ounce grenade.
I
for,
got it.
for $10.
bro? I got it just to try it because everybody had it. It was too sweet for me, bro. That shit fucked my stomach.
I don't know what the fuck you had.
Bro, that
'cause that
shit
shit was
fucked my
strong as
stomach
fuck.
I'm saying it was sweet. It fucked my stomach up.
Man, that shit was strong as fuck.
I
I ain't taste no sweetness. I
don't know
I
what
tasted straight liquor.
Bro, I had got. I don't know. I don't even know how big this shit was. It was like 67. Oh my god. It was like an 80-ounce beer, bro. It was like an 80-ounce beer. I
Damn.
was fucked up that whole day, dude.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. With that 64-ounce, I ain't never pissed so much in my life, bro. Like,
That was
bro,
another thing. I was pissing like a
man,
motherfucker
like a
too,
motherfucker, dog.
Hey, and that's another thing. Yeah, you get your drink.
Yeah, you
can
get
walk
your drink.
around
You
that
can walk
motherfucker,
around
bro.
that bitch
You walk
with it.
up and down the strip.
Wow.
It damn near on some South Beach type shit.
Facts.
Man, look, speaking
Have you
of
been to Miami?
wild shit. No, nigga, I ain't never been to Florida. Well, I've been to Florida.
You ain't
I
never
went
been to
I went to
Florida?
Disney World. I was going. I was
Oh, I
gonna
was
lie.
gonna say, bro,
I went to
Florida's
Disney World.
crazy.
That's she went on her own mission. But speaking of some crazy
And
shit,
going
man.
back.
I forgot you was here. No.
fuck you come from?
I said, voice came out of nowhere.
Who was that?
Who said that had
I'm
ass?
sorry, looking around. Jesus? But nah, motherfucker. So the Turkey Leg Hut sold weed using branded bags with the restaurant logo, the FBI says. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care. That turkey leg, that Hennessy turkey leg with the mac and cheese was the best thing I've ever eaten. So they can do whatever they want.
I was about to say that's not a word.
It was so good. It got me fucking my words up.
Yo, and it's also coming out that the owner paid off people to burn down the restaurant and also to try to burn down other people's restaurants, competitions.
Bro, in reality, I'm not gonna lie to you.
He getting hit with a
The
Rico
way,
case.
bro, the
He
way
about to
the
get
way
hit
that
with a
they were
Rico.
maneuvering, bro, like the way that they was maneuvering before when they first started shutting down and they started having like the little inner family beef because the restaurant and the whole food truck beef that they already had a whole situation going on.
Facts.
So like this don't surprise me. It kind of does at the same time because you didn't have to do that. You were selling $30 turkey legs. So like in reality, you could have just lived off the turkey legs, but you wanted to be in that prime ass location right off the road. So I'm sure the tree was
You gotta
mitigating
maximize
that balance.
You gotta maximize your profit.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I ain't gonna lie. Now, we would have went and I would have known. I would have copped some just to smoke before I ate that turkey leg. Cause
You would have made that special order, whatever the keyword
Yeah,
is.
you know,
Whatever
whatever
the
that
keyword
keyword
is.
We never ate inside. That was the
yeah,
problem.
we ordered it
Yeah.
at the little food truck and then dip.
Oh, no.
Let me get the turkey leg with the
They
parsley.
said the food truck was
with
better
the
than the
parsley.
restaurant.
Yep.
That's what they said?
Yes,
Oh,
bro.
I don't think I
everywhere
ever
we
did
talked
the
about,
food
bro,
truck.
they said
I
the food
believe
truck
it.
was better than the restaurant, bro.
I believe it because in the food truck, you kind of have to be, more aware. In a restaurant, they probably rushing.
Yeah, they
trying to
had
get
so much
folks in
stuff
and out.
going on. Yeah, we just
That's
walked, bro.
facts.
And when we went up there, I think the restaurant was completely packed. There was only like 5 people in that food truck line.
Yeah.
We hopped out, got our food, hopped right back in the car, and left.
Yeah,
Like
that
it was
line
hella
wrapped
quick.
like all the way down the street.
Yeah, we was
Yeah,
like,
the
nah.
restaurant line was always crazy.
Speaking of turkey legs, one of the co-owners for was it Turkey Down here?
Mm-hmm.
He getting charged.
Well, what?
I guess he had something to do with the fire. Like when they was
Oh,
running
wow.
through, pouring the gasoline and shit. I
Wow.
guess he had something to do with it.
Stupid.
That's
He
crazy.
left the gas can behind. Everything burned down but the gas can.
That's
Stupid.
crazy.
Fingerprints all over that.
Yeah, stupid.
They said that bro had 24/7 security around the weed, dog. Like,
Who? The
The
turkey leg
turkey-
hut?
yeah, the turkey leg hut.
24/7 security?
24/7
I'm bald head. I could have did that job.
You know what I'm saying?
I could have did that job and held a tough face and did that and made that money.
I wonder who told.
Harvey couldn't do it.
You don't like guns.
I'd pick that nigga up by his collar.
You don't like guns.
It's my
You don't
weed
like
now.
guns.
Huh?
You don't like guns.
Like, you wonder why? My daddy raised me to UDs. UDs. I don't need no gun. Oh, yeah,
If a motherfucker try to rob you, they gonna have a gun.
Hey, look, you know how quick my hands move?
Not faster than the bullet.
This nigga said, I'm Jet Li
Not
in these
faster than the
streets.
bullet. Yeah,
My hands ain't gotta move faster than the bullet. They need to move
I
faster
know we
than you.
said we living in the Matrix, but you were not in the Matrix.
Look, my hands ain't gotta move faster than the bullet. My hands should need to move faster than you. I need to think to move before you think to shoot me. Nigga. That's all that needs to happen.
They robbing you. They guns blazing already.
Nah, they ain't guns blazing. They come on, get down, get the money, give me.
Nah,
give me
for
the
real.
shit.
Open the safe, nigga.
Give me.
So you think they robbing you like, hey, can I please have your money?
No.
Can I please have
the
your
second
marijuana?
Time, look, the second time he says gimme, I'ma ding him. I ain't gonna wait for the third and the fourth for you to get, bruh, what you talking about? No.
You getting
No.
dinged
I ain't getting dinged.
with the 9 right on top of your fucking head.
Nigga said I'm getting dinged with the 9.
With the 9.
You stupid. Oh man, all right. Speaking of some crazy shit going on, since we in crazy shit, since we in crazy land now. Craziness going on in Mesquite. I don't know too much about this story. B, I need you to give me the synopsis
Expound,
since there's
yeah.
women involved.
JB, go ahead.
That's sexist.
I just threw it to you.
That's sexist.
It can be
He's been following
sexist.
it- He said he's been following it better than I have.
Yeah, but I need you to give me the, you know what I mean?
You said it's okay to be sexist?
It's okay to be sexist in these situations when it's women talking about women shit. Yeah.
This isn't what?
He was doing shit to women, right?
Right, but as
Yeah.
a man, you can't speak on other men doing wrong to women.
I can speak on men doing wrong to women, but it's a lot easier and a lot better if the women introduces the topic.
I feel like it's easier if a man sit there and step up and say, "Hey, bro, y'all doing wrong out here in these streets. Y'all need to step up and man the fuck up."
Yeah, but that's why you paint the picture, and then I come and sign my name on the bottom of that hoe. That's how that works.
I gotta do the work.
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism.
That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? You paint the picture nice and beautiful, and then I go sell it like it's
Okay,
mine.
so she's Nico, you Dumont.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
That's sad.
That's great. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
That's sad.
Like I said, go ahead, JB. Since she don't wanna use her voice for good. I'll let you brief us on this situation. I don't know shit about it too brief, so
Well, I mean, from what I read, it's a guy who basically just met this lady in the parking lot, thought she was older than she was, invited her to a party.
Girl, not lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, at the moment, he thought it was a lady.
right.
He invites her to this party. She gets to the party. Somehow they end up upstairs. It's a gun involved, and he's telling her, do these sexual acts on us 4 individuals, or else we gonna shoot you.
That's wild.
Got her drunk, got her high. She was throwing up, and that's when they was done with her pretty much.
Diddy.
That's worse than Diddy. Diddy at least gave you the IV.
But if you know this individual, I mean, he's been known for these freak offs and dumb
Yeah,
shit
so-
like that. Like, to me, it's dumb. You hanging around with a bunch of teenagers, bro. Like, what the fuck are you
She
doing?
said the man she thought was 50 years old brought her into the room. You thought he was 50?
Who in this picture look like they 50? Him? He got it. Yeah.
He's 34.
But he still don't look like he 50.
He's 34. I think
Yeah.
the rest are between like
They look young.
22 and 19.
Yeah, they look young, yeah.
Yeah, Buddy on the end did it. I don't care what nobody says.
That's wild.
Dude, that picture, he did it.
But yeah, they found out how old she
Going on the right.
was.
Mm-hmm.
The world found out how old she was when she ended up taken to Children's Hospital.
Facts.
Oh, dang. That sucks. I
So
hate
what
that.
was her age?
She was 17, but she's still a minor.
Children's Hospital was crazy. But look, at the end of it all, 1, women, protect yourselves. 2, men do a better job at protecting women. You gotta say all this first. This is the you know what I'm saying? You gotta be
This is him signing the picture.
Yeah,
You
this is me signing the picture.
You
Yeah.
got to backtrack on the sexist comment that you were making earlier.
That wasn't sexist. Anyways,
I don't
Men
know.
protect
We're talking
Women
about
protect
females.
themselves.
Britt, take over.
Right.
hey, look. Sensitive topics.
Accountability.
It's sensitive
I
topics.
understand. Sensitive times.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put the pillow down. Pause. Anyways,
He laying his robot down.
hey, if he had a robot, he wouldn't be going through this.
Hey, yo, I'm dead, man.
Wasn't one of them his stepson or something?
Yeah, one of them was his stepson. And then
So
what's
those
even
4
worse
got
is like
arrested. So it was
at
really
the
6
freak
of them?
offs.
Buddy on the right.
At
So
the
was
freak
really
offs.
6 of them? Because they say 2 others wanted.
Oh, I ain't see
So
that.
2 of them got away.
That's crazy.
At the freak offs, what's crazy is the stepson be there, the stepdaughter be there, the stepdaughter be in the group, on the Facebook group, half naked, twerking, shit like that. It's crazy, dog. It's a crazy situation.
At the end of the day,
Sound like you speaking from experience.
everybody needs to start carding.
I cannot
women.
confirm or deny if I
Look,
was in that group or not.
Card these women. If the woman does not have an ID,
I need
she
an
too
ID.
young. Even if she look old and she ain't got ID, just treat her like she too young. Stop messing and stop fooling and stop putting yourself in these situations in which you could put yourself into turmoil in orange suits and end up looking like Buddy on the right. That's not what you want.
Keep pointing out Buddy on the right.
ID doesn't matter. They
you
still
mean it
sat
don't
her and
matter?
held her at gunpoint.
Yeah,
Whether she was
exactly.
old enough or not, you
You
still
right.
drugged her,
Rape is right. Yeah.
raped
Drugged
her,
her.
held her at gunpoint.
But the
Wait,
gun
it
didn't come out till they got to the room, right?
What?
That's right. But at the same time,
They had
women
ill
shouldn't.
intentions. They had
at
ill
the-
intentions from
Charles,
the jump.
just
They had ill
No, no, no,
intentions.
no, 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 no.
Because here's
I'm
why,
with
bro.
you.
Here's
I'm
why.
Buddy on the right had
women
ill
shouldn't-
intentions from the jump.
Exactly. They had ill intentions, but regardless of that, inviting a shorty to a party shouldn't have to end up in anything outside of this person
Enjoying the
having a
party.
good time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
facts.
So
So
it's
the
not
same-
like she went there with the intentions of getting held at gunpoint
Fucked
and
by
shit along
6
those.
dudes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Like
say
she
they
went
can
there
check
with
your ID,
intentions of
fuck
having a
that.
good time.
I get it. And that's what I was saying.
Facts.
That's
we
what
just
I was saying.
Age, we just saying age don't in this particular scenario.
Yeah.
age
don't
But
matter in
age
this.
do matter
does,
because you
it
bring a
does,
but
girl
it
back to the
doesn't.
crib regardless if y'all was planning on doing something ill or
If she was
regardless
23 and it was the same situation,
it would still be bad.
yeah, that's
But
what I'm
But
saying.
what
Up
I'm
ID
saying
don't
is,
matter.
To an
there's
extent,
still
age doesn't matter.
I know
In this scenario,
I get it.
yeah,
I get it. But there is still 2 tiers of where you gonna end up. If
Yeah,
she is
you're right.
above the age and you do all this stupid shit,
your age makes it
then
worse.
there is one exactly.
Yeah,
Card them.
No, facts.
I get what y'all are saying, and I'm on y'all's side. I promise.
Just say something else besides
I'm a girl's girl
make
too.
That not your main point.
No, I'm
bet you
caveating
are.
all of this with protecting everybody, protecting yourselves, and
sweet
men
ass.
doing a better job at protecting women. That was what I started with before I started getting bombarded with me
And I know you
and
heard
my
me.
points being thrown. No, I didn't.
you said you a girl's girl. I was like, I bet you are. Oh, sweet ass.
Look, it's times in which I be trying to figure out how we friends for real.
I don't know, bro.
How did we
We should have
survive
been
this
squabbled
long
up.
as friends?
We should have been squabbled up.
Man,
We should have been squabbled up. It's crazy.
like, bro, I be trying to. Ooh,
Yeah, that's how
yeah,
I'm
that's
do
how
your
we should
ass.
have. Yeah, speaking of squabbling up,
That's how I'm gonna do your ass.
so I want to ask y'all how y'all feel about, like, one, I don't have kids, so me being a man without children, I don't really understand. But at the same time, this father, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this father, his son dipped out of the class, and as punishment, when son got home, son got in the gloves with pops, and they was sitting there. He was hitting them, but he wasn't just dinging them.
Yo.
But it was one ding. He said, "Ooh, that hurt, didn't it?" He hit him one good time. But like, I don't see nothing wrong with the father son's discipline situation in this scenario. I feel like it was cool. I feel like it was very, very minor compared to what they was making it seem like it was. But he recorded it on video. And
but
that's
I
what
can
makes
respect
worse.
it because the son got gloves on too.
Exactly. And the
You
son
have the
swinging back
opportunity.
too.
Yeah, you got the opportunity to hit me too. Like
He was.
It's a fair fight. Yeah, like it ain't like I'm just got you tied down and I'm beating your ass. Like you got a chance to defend yourself.
I respect
like,
that.
yeah.
And that's what he said it was for. It was a form of discipline and also a form of to teach the boy how to defend himself.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, because at the
I mean,
end of
he's
the
not
day,
really beating
he's
his
not
ass.
he's
though.
not beating his ass or anything like that. But at the same time, putting it on camera, putting it out there for the world to see, that's crazy.
That's where the flaw is.
That's crazy.
So y'all think him recording it was a big deal?
I feel like him recording it is the reason why he's in trouble. If you don't record it, he don't get in trouble.
Facts.
But I'm saying-
Exactly. I feel like not everything has to be.
But
put
from this
online.
video, I don't see nothing wrong.
I don't see anything wrong.
Because he clearly could have beat his ass.
Yeah,
But he's holding back. He's
but
No,
that's
he's
the
not
difference
beating his
because
ass,
he
like-
he's not, angry or anything along those
Exactly,
lines. But let's say
exactly.
that the son pops on one good time and that anger do pop out.
I don't think it would happen, but I feel you.
I think he
You
might,
know.
he might step it up a little bit, but I still don't think he's just gonna start beating his ass. Like,
Yeah, so the father got charged with domestic assault and battery.
Okay, no, that's too much.
Exactly. That's why I want.
That's crazy.
I want to let it be known when it happened.
This is old.
so someone that has the
yeah, that's
opportunity
old as
to
fuck.
defend themselves, he's letting them hit him back. That's domestic assault.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess it also depends on how old the son is.
Yeah, and I wonder why this is going back viral now. You know what I'm saying? Because it popped up on my feed like it was a brand new situation. So to see that it's old, but in reality,
Maybe
like
the
this
charges
is what
finally got.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because for this to be this old and it to go back viral again, it's like, yeah, it's a call back to see how far we have come in like the discipline of children and the treatment of children and how children have turned out as time has gone on. Because in my eyes, I feel like if a lot more of this was going on, we would have a lot less YNs in the world.
Yeah,
Honestly, some of them needed to get dinged in the goddamn chin by their daddy. if they knew who their daddy was.
Or
Papa
you know,
was
just
a
that
Rolling
father
Stone.
figure being around.
Yeah, but stepdaddy can't do that.
Wherever
You know
he
what I'm
laid
saying?
his hat
Stepdaddy
was
can't do
his
that.
home.
Nah, I mean, unless you know, stepdaddy just got that
Unless
type of
stepdaddy been there
relationship.
since he was a baby, yeah. Because
You know what I'm
stepdaddy
saying?
getting smacked with a broom. You do that to me. I don't give a damn. Boxing gloves on and everything.
That's
I'm coming.
not a broom.
As soon as your ass sit there and start watching TV, you know, I'm coming right behind your ass with this. I'm gonna bend this little plastic broomstick right over your damn head. That shit gonna curve like a cartoon. You know, a cartoon when they get hit, that shit curve to their whole head, nose and shit. That shit gonna curve like that. I'm gonna ding your ass so hard. Stepdaddy try to come mess with me. I
feel like you would go by the wooden one. The old school
I ain't gonna
broom.
do that.
Nah, for real.
I ain't gonna do that. I had to do that shit one time, man. My you know what I'm saying? Somebody that was in the family on some dealing with type situation.
hit him with a
Started
broom?
talking to my nephew. Nah. Oh, look, he was talking to my nephew.
If
Crazy,
the broom was
though. My
around,
nephew-
he would have hit him.
Look, my nephew had to
Nah,
be in
facts.
elementary school or something like that, and like I said, I don't do that passive aggressive. You know what I'm saying? You're not really in charge, but you want to act in charge shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He started trying to talk to my nephew all crazy. Now I must have. Who the fuck is you talking to? Like I'm at the bar eating breakfast, and you talking to me. I'm like, who the fuck is you talking to? My mama came, poked around the corner, and just looking at me. She ain't say nothing. She ain't jump in. She ain't interject or nothing. I
Because
smooth
you about to throw
corrected
that.
him.
You about to throw that plate at
Nah,
that.
I don't play about that. I don't play about
You
that.
about to throw that plate at that man.
If you ain't got full authority, then sit your ass down somewhere. Go wash them dishes, nigga. For real.
And if you gonna be that. Don't pick and choose when you want to do it. Yeah.
And that's my thing. All right, so moving on to I would deem to be better news, to a certain extent. I don't know how I really feel about it. But an independent school district in Houston plans to pay teachers based on student performance. A good teacher can make up to 92 bands. Now, looking at it more, I wish I knew exactly. Oh, it's a HISD.
Houston ISD.
Why does it say an independent school district instead of just Houston Independent School District then? That's stupid. Anyways, I like this initiative because I feel like a lot of teachers are kind of just moving kind of, you know what I'm saying, smooth and lackadaisical. They're just getting the kids through, or they was getting the kids through when we was in school.
I feel like it could be good and bad because somebody gonna be, just passing folks
Exactly.
just to get that bonus.
Exactly.
So it could be good and bad. And bro, these kids do not.
But the thing about it
these
is-
kids do not be in school no more, bro.
Facts.
But the thing about it is what are they going to really be measured by? Are they going to be measured by the kid's overall grade, or are
It
they
has
going
to
to be
be
measured
test
by
scores.
the tax tests?
It has to be test
What is it
scores.
called now? The toss. What is it called?
Star.
now?
Star, yo.
Yeah.
It has to be that. It has to be that.
I missed the tax test. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Facts, bro. Hey, how many times we used to be exempt from them?
Boy.
Okay, when we hear fall break, what do you think fall break is?
Thanksgiving.
They get Thanksgiving week off and they have a fall break.
That's dumb.
They have 2 weeks off in the fall.
That's stupid.
They do not be in
School
these
just
kids-
started.
Bro, these kids do not be in school no more. I'm telling you. They
School
do
just
not be
started.
in school no more, bro.
Bro, I remember we had to pray to get a snow day off.
They getting off for
I
whatever.
used to have to walk
Bro, teacher planning day.
ice
they
on
get
the ground.
Teacher
boy.
planning day. The
They
kids
did
is not
care.
at school, bro.
That shit don't make no sense, bro.
They be getting weeks off just because.
Do they still have ISS?
I'm sure.
I doubt it. You said you're sure. I doubt it.
I'm
To
sure.
be honest,
No,
with
they
you,
do.
They don't want them. They don't
They
want
do
them
because
there.
they still got alternative school.
Well, yeah, you
That's
still gonna have
different.
alternative
Yeah.
schools.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
yeah.
saying in school suspension. They do not want y'all there. They
Oh yeah,
they send you
sure
home.
They still got
Nah.
ISS for sure.
You out of nope. If you suspended, you suspended. You ain't coming here.
Bro, ISS used to be the worst thing.
I know you
alive,
know
bro.
about
Nah, you know.
Looking at them white walls.
Hey, you know, nah.
Yeah.
See, the worst part about ISS is when I was at see, I didn't really have ISS like that all the way. So like junior high, I used to be in ISS all the time, and at Liberty, like they had a room, right? They had like maybe
Liberty.
6 to 8 desks in the center of the room, and then around the outside of the room, it's like little cubby desks. So you had to sit in the chair and face it. There was like a little wall right here, a wall right here. So if you turn around, like I can obviously see you turn your ass around. You know what I mean? So I used to hate that. I can't remember what Berkner's
Like you
ISS
were going
was.
to
Hey,
vote.
Burton's ISS was
They
right
made it
there
look
by
like
the
you were
cafeteria.
going, like you was going to
remember?
vote.
Nah, I don't think I ever went to ISS at Berkner for
Oh,
real.
that's crazy, bro.
I don't think I
frequent
ever
that.
did.
a couple of times.
I remember when I was at West, I had a whole month of lunch detention.
I hate burgers.
I
Straight.
just had a week.
I had a whole month
hate
straight.
burger.
I used to skip fifth period every day. Every day. But see, the only reason why I did, bro, I had this stupid wildlife class where we would go fishing in that little creek back there. Bro, it was so
What
stupid.
class was that?
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, I would have wanted to go fishing. At school,
Hey, that
I
one
would've gone
sounded
fishing.
lit, bro.
That shit was
He
so
over here
boring.
talking about it's
Skip that.
stupid,
Why
and
would you
everybody
skip
was
that
like,
class?
"What?"
That shit was
First
so
of all,
Why would
boring.
you skip that class? That's like you skipping PE.
Nah,
Facts.
nah.
That literally, dog.
Stupid.
Literally, that
class
is like
was
skipping
dumb,
PE.
bro.
That's
This class was
Man,
so
hey.
stupid,
Bro, that would've been
I would have came back with some bass.
But they had us, you know how hot it be in Texas
Some
during
trout.
school time?
No.
They got us out there in the fucking thing by the creek fishing. It's fucking 98 degrees outside. I'm hot than a bitch. I came to school fresh, so I got fucking Ed Hardy pants on and shit. I'm not supposed to be in the grass, bro.
Ed Hardy is crazy, yo.
Hey, this 2011, 2010,
bro.
2011. You feel me?
I wish I knew
I had the
about
Ed
that.
Hardy fit.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I knew about that.
My nigga had the LRG shirt.
I ain't like LRG. I ain't like
about it.
LRG. I ain't like LRG. I was too good for LRG. I did
Hey, he had the
Evisu. I did
Coogee on,
Mesquite.
the Coogee.
I did motherfucking.
You Coogee?
I had some Coogee joints too.
I couldn't do
Hey,
Coogee because
Coogee.
I was little.
I had some Coogee cargos.
They ain't never
I
had
think
Coogee in my size, so I couldn't do the Coogee.
I gave my bro my Coogee cargos. I should have kept them Jones. Them Jones were clean. They were tan. They had the red outline with the color letters on the back. Them was
that's
so
crazy.
hard.
Jabot type shit?
Nah, it wasn't Jabot. Nah, they was like straight cargo shorts.
Okay.
It was Coogee cargo shorts. Cold, boy. Cold. Anyway,
I know you had some Jabots, bro, back in the day.
I had a couple pair. I got beat up for my Jabos though. My brother beat me up because I stole his Jabos.
Funny.
So they weren't yours that you got beat.
No, for
I mean,
real.
they was mine. They was
He
mine when I
got
had
beat
them
up
on.
for somebody else's.
No.
They was mine when I had them
He
on.
making it seem like he got robbed. They not even
When I
yours.
had them on.
The actual owner came back to claim them motherfuckers.
Yeah, they was all when I
They
had them
got
on.
repoed.
It was
He said they
mine
were
when
mine.
Hey, I feel that, Charles. I feel that.
No,
Yeah,
but see,
you
look,
had
look,
them-
look,
you was the owner
look,
for about
peep
10
game.
minutes.
Look, this is what you got to remember, right? We grew up in the era where
You was
like,
the owner
it
for
was,
about
it was
10
Jabos, it was all of that stuff, but then
Yeah.
it was also it was still white tee era when we was in school.
Yeah.
Facts.
And
And,
then,
the Jersey era.
Jersey era, and then also Fila. It was Fila era too.
Facts.
Remember they had
Okay,
the
yeah,
2 for
yeah.
89 or
Facts,
whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
They had the
Facts.
Filas.
Yeah.
So like you know what I'm saying, my brothers, bro, my brother, shout out to my brother. You know,
He
what
had
I'm
that
saying? I
shit
love
on.
you.
He had that shit on.
I'm telling this story now because we grown. Okay.
He had that shit on, and you tried to put that shit on, and he took that shit
nigga,
back.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, my brother gonna see this shit, be like, bro, I knew it. But look, I used to rock my brother's shit all the time, bro.
You
This
brought his
nigga-
shoes
bro,
back creased up, bro.
Bro, nah, they was never creased up because he wears a smaller size than me. So like I was wearing like
Oh, so-
11, so he wear like a 9.5. So I was cramming my
Squeezing
feet.
him.
I was cramming my feet.
So
to
there
them
was
feelers.
no way it could be creased
But
up.
look, my brother had the suede Jamaican
Toes in
joints.
that motherfucker like this.
JB, you remember them hoes? And look, he had the suede Jamaican joints.
Okay.
He had the all blacks, the all white. My brother had
Okay.
like, let's call it 15 pairs of feelers, bro.
Hey, the suede Jamaican
Okay, so I
joints
know
was
he
hard.
had the
They
white.
was
I know he
crazy.
had
Them hoes
the
was hard.
simple pair, the white, red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
bro. My brother had like 15 pairs of, bro. I used to, every week, I would cycle in a new one, right? But I would I would clean them off and I'd put them back. So one day, I'm telling you, I'm grown now because I lied about it when I was little.
He
So
already beat your ass about them
he used to go.
Jabos.
I can't remember where he used to go to get his white tees, bro. But he used to go and get a pack of 12 white tees for $60, right? They was the thick
60.
They was
Oh,
thick.
yeah, I'm about to say, them motherfuckers
that-
had to be
when
good
white
quality.
tees,
They
when
had
white
to have
tees
been
was
good
in,
quality.
bro.
Yeah.
When white tees was in, them hoes was high, bro.
Yeah, bro. My brother would go
But I'm
to a
saying
spot
most people would
in
just go
they
to
was
the
in
gas
packet.
station.
Nah,
Hell nah, bro.
Yeah,
They
you would
they
go to
would
the
hit.
gas
Nah,
station,
bro.
your white tee
Remember,
messed up.
But yeah,
remember
you
they would
said
go.
60,
They would
so
go to
that
hit
mean
like
them motherfuckers
Foot
was
Locker,
quality.
dog.
Yeah,
They would
them
hit
motherfuckers
Foot
was
Locker,
quality.
and they would keep the Foot Locker sticker on the
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah. The
That's
tall T
facts.
sticker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the tall T
But no,
sticker.
but
That's
no,
facts,
look.
bro.
But see, them hoes, they was giving them hoes away 5 for 20 or some shit like that.
No, they was 25 a piece.
Nah, they
Back
was
to
on
school,
deal.
bro. Back to school.
Yeah,
Them
they was
motherfuckers
on
was
deal.
on
Yeah,
sale, bro.
back
Yeah,
to school
they-
sale maybe,
was on a deal.
but
But look, though,
you
look,
gotta catch them at that time.
True, but look though. So my brother, he would get the most.
Stock
Like I
up
said,
for the year.
12 he would get 12 for 60, right? I'm talking about white tee so crispy you getting a light that hoe look like it's got a glimmer of purple, nigga. That hoe just talking
Just
about
shining, just shining.
top quality white tee, right? I'm talking about the best white tee I've ever
Boy,
seen in my life.
Egyptian cotton type
So look,
shit.
my brother, it got to a point where I would take my brother's old white tees because after a while he would stop wearing them and he'll just get a new pack.
'Cause they get
so
dingy, yeah.
it got to the point where a couple times he would get a pack of white tees and he would just give me one, give me a crisp one. So I had already wore my crisp one that week, but I wanted to wear a white tee again, and I had got some juice on my shit. So I couldn't wear that white tee again. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't really wash the white tees like that.
Facts.
So
I spilled my juice box.
on my soul, but I'm telling you, look, I must have got up early that morning. He was gone. Slipped me one of them white tees out of there. Wore that Joan to work. Wore that Joan to school. Whole school day. I think I had his shoes on that day too. Whole school day. Right? Boom. Come home.
Just taking
I'm thinking shit smooth. Look,
that man whole closet.
I'm thinking shit smooth, bro. Right? I took his shoes off, threw his shoes in the crib, put my little beat up Air Force Ones on. Went back outside. I'm in the car getting something out the car for my mama. He walk up at the car. He walks smooth to the car. Yeah. Yeah, you wearing my white tee? Woo! I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, I'm melted in the seat. I melted all over the seat. I went upstairs trying to tell my mama she didn't do nothing. She do shit.
Stop wearing this shit.
I ran away that day. I ain't come home for like 2 days.
I ran away.
I ain't come home for like 2 days. I wasn't playing.
Oh man.
I was like, that's a bet. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do something. I'm gone.
But
For
your
real.
mama said, did you ask? Nope. All right.
Mama ain't say nothing.
You deserve to get your ass knocked out.
But I'm talking about split. My whole lip split. I'm like, Mama, look.
I ain't come home for 2 days.
None of that shit. I went straight to T Wayne house. Nigga, I had not come home for 2
That's
days.
funny.
She ain't come looking for me. She knew I was in apartments. I was still in apartments. I just went to my partner's house.
Man.
My partner had a white mama. She was cool with everything.
She was like, man, I know where that nigga at.
Shut up, Miss Connie.
I know where that man at. I ain't worried.
Nah, for real. I was like, I come home, give me something to eat, walk right back out. I gotta eat.
Man, that's funny.
See, I would have been petty. I wouldn't have fed you. Nah, go back over there where you was at.
That's crazy. Nah, T Wayne mama.
Hey, my
was
mama
feeding
used
us
to
too. I
do
ain't
me
gonna
like
hold you.
that.
Well, when
Oh,
you
so
left,
you
when
was
you
just
When
a
I
big-
left,
so
if
you
I
was just a
left,
big
I
back
went to go
motherfucker.
hang
You
out
eating
somewhere.
twice.
yeah, I would.
If I left and went to
Two
go
dinners.
hang out somewhere, she'd be like, "Hey, yo, you ain't eat where you was at." Like, nah, man. What?
Go back over there until they done.
Yeah, what you was that's crazy.
Said they done cooking. Go back.
Oh, man. All right, man. Look, speaking on fathers and sons, we gonna get off the crazy shit. We gonna get into sports. I feel like the rest of our pod today is sports. So how you want to start this? You want to start with Bron and Bronny? You want to start with Dion and Shador? Where you want to begin at?
Let's go Dion and Shador.
All right, so with
main
Dion and
thing to me-
Shador, the draft.
I feel like Dion fucked Shador up.
Why do you say that?
When he came out and said, if he gets drafted to the wrong organization, we not doing it. I feel like that's where he fucked up. He tried to pull a Manning family.
I'm about to say,
type of move.
what's the difference between that and Eli? Eli did the same shit. He said, I want to go to San
Skin
Diego.
color. That's the difference.
I feel you.
Skin color. That's the difference. And Dion and Shador, they popped their shit. Eli wasn't no flashy dude. He wasn't no shit talker. Like,
I feel you.
he was more reserved.
I feel that. I feel the same way about it. I don't think Dion ruined it. I wouldn't say that. I would say the media spectacle around that entire situation ruined it. I think that him doing the Jackson State shit and going to Colorado, and I mean, granted, you turned that losing school into a very decent winning school.
I will say
You know what I'm
Shador,
saying?
he stepped his game up. When he was at Jackson State first year, he was ass.
Yeah,
He was ass.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like going
he
to Colorado,
became a
doing
better
that,
quarterback.
and all that extra media hype around what they had going on, I feel like is what ultimately fully ruined that whole situation for him.
But I mean, they won one game the year before. Second year they won 4, and then last year they won 8 or 9.
Yeah. But
So
hey,
with
look.
him saying, with Shador coming out and saying like, hey, if you want, the culture change, you want this, and that, I can agree with that. I just feel like Dion messed it up by saying, if it's the wrong organization, we vetoing it. We not doing it.
But okay, well, when you say that, like in reality, in your opinion, what do you feel like a bad organization would have been for him?
Facts.
Your opinion as a consumer.
I
and
mean, because
observer.
if you're a top prospect and you get drafted high, you're going to a bad team. That's the reason why you're getting drafted high, because
But that doesn't
team
make
sucks.
sense because if he wants to be that change, quote unquote,
right.
That's why I say his dad messed it up. It wasn't Shador. I feel like his dad messed it up.
but
He
his
went to
dad
a
had
team.
to get, his
He's
dad had
on
to
a
get it from
team.
somewhere.
He's on a team that has 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like they drafted
That's an even worse
they drafted a
situation.
quarterback before him.
That's an even worse situation. and he ain't gonna veto that.
Look, at the end of the day, I hope he does well. I hate that Shador went through the exact same situation that Bronny did. We overhyped him, and then he ended up going.
Him.
It's not that we're not comparing him.
I feel like Shador
what I'm saying
deserves to be in the NFL. I do not feel like Bronny is NBA ready.
All I'm saying is
I feel like Bronny should either went to the G League or he should have went another year in college.
All I'm saying, look, shit, even Canada was trying to get Shador. But anyways, they were. Somebody was trying to get him. They were trying to get to that. If
he ain't get drafted,
But no, I feel like
he would have been balling in the Canadian League.
I feel like all the hype around Bronny and then all the hype around Shador is what I'm really relating them to.
I get that.
I think that's where it. I don't think it's different. I think it's the exact same. I think it's the exact same as the fucking LeVar Ball doing all that hyping about Lonzo, and then Lonzo get injured, and then we only see him play for like 2 years. So I feel like it's the same
with Lonzo
situation.
I think your boy messed him up.
Who?
LeBron.
Nah,
bro, they had all that young talent. Nobody was doing anything with LeBron. Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, all of them gone. All of them played better without LeBron.
That may be true.
And they were young, so I feel like he kind of stunted their growth.
But I don't think so. And here's why.
I feel like he stunted their growth.
Here's why I'm going to disagree with that is because of the fact that whenever you have a player like LeBron who's used to getting the championships,
right,
the lights are different.
Exactly.
The lights are different.
So it's not
you
that he
either gonna
messed them up.
succeed in the light
Exactly.
or you gonna turn into
when he
Brandon
was in
Ingram.
Cleveland.
Exactly.
Rodney Hood came over there. He was averaging about 15 a game. He wasn't even in the rotation when he got to Cleveland.
And they won a ring.
Not that year.
This was the year when he halfway through the season he got rid of everybody and started bringing all the old motherfuckers in.
No, he got rid of all the old niggas and brought the young niggas in.
No, he brought the old folks in.
No, remember 2018, they started with D-Wade, D-Rose, Isaiah Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, you're right. But, okay, Jordan Clarkson went there. He was averaging about 20-something a game.
Jordan Clarkson was hooping.
Not when he got to Cleveland. No, he wasn't.
He was hooping
He
in
was
Cleveland to a
averaging
certain
like
extent.
20 a game before he went there.
But you're hooping without expectation.
Exactly.
It's easy. Like, think about, like,
Bro,
for example,
he went there. He was
it's
averaging like 7 when he got to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hooping without expectation is different, bro. I'm telling you.
It's different when you're the star player or you're a key player, and then when you're a role player.
Facts.
When he got to Cleveland, he was a role player. It wasn't his job to score 20. Now, if he scored 20, it would have been a
That's
major
why
help.
they got
but
him
it was
to
other,
score.
But it was other people on the floor that was meant to score too.
Who?
Fucking didn't they get Kevin Love in all that too?
No, Kevin Love was already there, but they had
Kyrie was
Rodney
already
Hood.
there.
Kyrie was gone.
This was
It's
after
2018.
Kyrie
This is
when he went to okay.
This is the year that J.R. Smith had, messed up in the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got J.R. scoring. You got Iman Shumpert trying to score.
Yeah, like you
know what I'm
had
saying?
scorers.
It was people who was there trying to
Shumpert
score.
wasn't really no scorer.
Shumpert was more of a defensive presence at
Yep.
that time after the ACL tear. But at the same time, you had scorers on the team.
Ooh.
Rodney Hood was expected to continue to get
He wasn't
15
even
a
in
game.
the rotation. That's what I'm saying. He
But
got there. He wasn't even in the rotation.
When he got there, he was, though.
Because
remember?
he needs the ball.
Exactly.
And who has the ball? LeBron.
Exactly. But
That's
you
what
gotta,
I'm saying.
But
LeBron
that's
does
what I'm
not
saying.
make players
You're
around
hooping-
him better.
That's what I'm saying.
You
You're
gotta learn
hooping
how to
without
adjust.
expectations. You got to learn how to hoop with the star player. You're hooping with a new
You
star
gotta
at
learn
this
to
point.
adjust.
You know what I'm saying? You got to adjust to that.
Y'all
And
came
it
and
would
got
be
y'all came and got me. I wasn't on this team at the beginning of the year. Y'all
yeah.
came and got
Yeah,
me. So let me do
we
my
came
thing.
and got you.
Let me do my thing.
We came and got you to make our star player look
Exactly.
better.
Who the
But
fuck
I
are
can't
you?
play with this man.
Oops. Adjust.
Oops.
Adjust.
Our bad. Now you out
Adjust.
the rotation, nigga.
Play
we
better,
know now.
Play better in practice. You get your spot back. Adjust.
Facts.
That's how that works. That's literally how that works.
Is he telling Luka that?
It's like who? No, he don't need to tell Luka that.
Luka needs to tell himself that.
Exactly. He don't need to tell Luka that.
Luka needs to.
You know who he needs to tell that?
You know who's balling?
Rui Hachimura. That's
You know
who he
who's
needs
balling?
to tell that.
You know who was balling during the playoffs? Luka. LeBron took 2 shots in the fourth quarter. He looked like
Luka,
He looked
the
like
last
proving our
2
point.
games.
LeBron
He don't know he's proving our point.
LeBron looked like 2011 Finals LeBron in this series.
No, that's crazy.
And where are they at?
That's crazy.
Nah, he don't know.
You want to know why that's crazy?
Cancun.
You want to know why that's crazy?
How am I proving y'all point?
Because, bro, I bring you to the team, i.e. Hood. Hood doesn't fucking do what he's supposed to do. Your ass go to the bench.
Because y'all not giving him the opportunity to do what he's doing.
Paint the picture for you. They bring Luka to the team. Luka does his fucking job. Luka's still on the fucking lineup. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're proving our point. At the end of the day, if you don't work and you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get pushed to the side.
And regardless of
Like
all
I
that,
said, you know who needs to be pushed to the side off the Lakers right now that's not doing a fucking job? Rui Hachimura.
Everybody.
No, Rui Hachimura is the only one that I see that really needs to move the fuck around. He's the only one.
no, I don't think so.
Austin Reeves wasn't
3
balling
points.
this series.
This series. Austin Reeves been balling this whole time. Rui
The
ain't
thing
did shit
is-
for real this whole
The
season.
thing is, Rui had just got back from injury
It
not too
counts.
long
Give a
ago.
damn.
Now it counts. You talking about regular season? Austin Reeves need what you
Austin
were doing in the
Reeves
regular
definitely
season.
needed to step up.
Exactly.
He definitely needed to
Yeah.
step
They
up.
calling
feel
him a
that.
big three.
But at the end of the
you
day,
went MIA.
I gotta
LeBron went
circle
MIA
back.
too.
I gotta circle back to you, Harvey, because bro, you tripping. And here's why: you cannot expect a 40-year-old man to do what the fuck he did 10, 8, 7 years ago.
Granted, he is, though.
This
but
y'all goat, ain't it?
proceed.
Whether he a goat
This y'all
or not,
goat, ain't it?
whether he a goat or not, he's 40.
This y'all goat, ain't it?
He's 40. Luka is 25.
Luka was
And
doing
Luka
his
ain't-
thing.
And Luka is in worse shape. That you know what the Timberwolves' plan was this last game? Attack Luka,
And they did.
and they did just
and
that.
that pissed me off watching Luka do that little fucking. Like every time they drove by him, he couldn't step to the side. He just hopped and
He
turned.
just man,
every time. That
every
shit pissed
time.
me off watching him do that. Every single time. And that's why I was sitting there saying when we was talking
But
about this shit
what
in the group
wins the
chat.
game?
Defense.
At the end of the day,
And who-
no.
who
At
was-
the end
who
of
was
the day,
main, who was the main defender? Who was the main defender?
Team that wins is the team that has the most points on the scoreboard at the end of the game.
No, the team
Yes.
that wins.
What you mean? No,
I'll tell you
yes.
what team wins. The team that wins is the team who comes to the game with the better game plan. And guess what?
That's
the
a fact.
Timberwolves showed up and they said we gonna
After
attack
game two?
Luka. And guess what? We attacked
After game
Luka
2, who
every
had the
single
most
night.
points on the board?
LeBron. Did he have the most points
Yes,
after that? Yeah.
yes.
I'm talking about
Because-
as a team.
the Timberwolves.
Duh.
That's what I'm saying.
What? Look,
If
look,
Luka
look.
is the only person putting the ball in the hoop,
But was he the only
defense
person?
doesn't
He
matter.
wasn't
Yes.
the only person.
How?
Look
So
up.
game 3.
Pull it up.
Game
Pull it
3.
up. Pull it up. Is that the one game that they won?
Game 3. No,
that the
the
one
one
game
game,
that they
they
won?
won
That
was game 2.
1. Yeah, they won game 2. Lakers won
Game
two.
3, where was Luka? Game 4, where was Luka at?
Game 4, they said Luka was sick.
Game 5, what happened?
That nigga was out there looking like a goddamn totem pole.
That's what I'm
He gave
saying.
up. It was like him
why-
in the finals.
why give up, though?
It was like him in the finals.
That don't make
Nobody
sense.
was putting the ball in the bucket.
That don't make
So
sense.
he said, "Fuck this shit."
That don't make sense. So you just gonna give up? That's just the type of player you want to be. You think if Anthony Edwards is on the Lakers versus Luka being on the Lakers, Anthony Edwards just gonna give up because he down 3-1? He didn't do that shit against Dallas. He was just out of breath.
Gentleman sweep. That's all I'm gonna say. He still got his ass.
like I'm
whooped. He
repping now.
still got his fucking ass whooped. It doesn't. So you
LeBron
said all
got his
that,
ass
so
whooped.
bring it to the
LeBron
point
got
of
his ass
getting
whooped.
their ass
And I'll
whooped.
tell you why LeBron got his ass whooped. It's because Luka out of
He's a
shape,
bitch.
and
Under the
Luka
whistle.
could not play defense. And Luka said, "You know what? I'm just going to try to outscore them. But you know what? They got more firepower than we do. They have a center who's an actual center.
Right. That part.
Okay, and yes, you said game plan.
Game plan.
What was it? Game 4 when the starters played the entire second half. Yes, that is poor game
coaching.
management. That's coaching on. I can't blame the players on that.
No, hell, I can't.
That's JJ.
The one thing that really pissed me off about the Lakers series, and then we can move on to the other series, is the small ball decision they tried to play with taking Hayes out the lineup. That really
I
that pissed me.
understand.
I didn't understand that.
No, I understand why they vetoed the Mark Williams trade, but I feel like they should have just.
They should have let it ride.
Yeah.
Y'all needed it, but it's all
To a
good.
certain extent.
The
Because
injury was
I
worse
don't think
than
Mark
they
Williams
expected it to
changes
be.
this series neither.
But he was playing after that.
That's facts.
It ain't like he didn't play the rest of the year. He was on the court.
That's facts.
But y'all was making it seem like he was a super exceptional situation coming to us in full health, and he wasn't. He was playing for y'all, still not in full health. Don't come to me.
He would have been better than the situation they in right now.
What I'm saying is, if you're going to sell me a car, don't just change the tires and then try to sell me the car and make it seem like everything under the hood is perfectly fine. The outside might look good, nigga, but the car is fucked off.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened.
With the
But at the same time,
it was
though,
the same
niggas
situation,
heal.
but we knew the car was fucked up, and we still bought that motherfucker.
Niggas heal,
because
and on top
Anthony
of niggas
Davis
healing, you need a nigga that size. But I still don't think he changes the outcome of the series. Anthony Edwards was just too unstoppable.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And if Luka doesn't upgrade his defense anytime soon, I don't see him.
I ain't gonna lie
Anthony
to you.
Davis needs a new transmission.
Anthony Davis for sure, but I said Anthony Edwards though.
Oh, you said okay.
Yeah, Edwards
I ain't
was
gonna lie. If
unstoppable,
Luke, well, like I said, we can move on from this, talk about the other series. But like you said, Luka needs to up his defense. In reality, he needs to lose a hot 20 so he can be more mobile again.
Before we move on though, what y'all think about JJ calling him out?
Calling who
What did
out?
he say?
He said, don't take my words for verbatim, but he basically said some players were in phenomenal shape, others weren't. And we're going to work this offseason on getting into a better championship shape.
Hey, that's what it is. But see, it's
What
better.
did you-
it's-
what did y'all say?
I like that. I like that. I like it's better.
LeBron.
I
He's
know.
gonna get in
Look,
shape. All right.
He did.
No,
And
That too,
he
I
did.
mean, he was looking
when
good.
he first came to the Lakers,
Every offseason he looks good.
when he came back to the Lakers, when he came to the Lakers initially in the trade, and they were showing him, he looked good. He looked He looked like he had lost the weight. He had looked like he lost a little bit of weight, even
Facts.
at least 10 to 15. He looked like he lost.
This
And he
playoffs,
was
he looked
playing
real
very fucking
sluggish.
well. As time goes on, being in LA with them fucking food trucks, he ended up gaining that weight back, and you could see it in the playoffs.
Every offseason he is fit.
He wasn't fit this offseason. I mean, he wasn't fit this play. I'm talking
But
about
that's what
playoffs.
I'm saying. Like every year he's fit in the offseason. Lean Luka.
You're missing the fact that
And
the trade
what
happened.
happens?
You're missing the
What
fact
happens?
the trade happened.
He gets fat.
You're missing the fact that the trade happened mid-season. You're saying every offseason he gets in shape. The trade happened mid-season, February, actually damn near end of the season. So his
Was
weight
he out
was
of-
good.
okay,
No,
was-
his weight was good when he got to the Lakers.
Was he out of shape last year when he went to the finals?
Yes. Yes.
And who was balling?
You're asking me two questions at once.
He was balling. He was
That's
balling
one
for sure.
question.
He was still hooping.
Who else was hooping in the finals? Nobody. Exactly. So was
that
Luka
doesn't
the
change my
reason?
point.
Was Luka the reason why we lost the finals?
Yes, actually, still.
Oh my god! All right.
It's a
All
twofer.
right. Okay.
Y'all didn't talk about Luka this much
All
when
right.
we had him.
Look, in my opinion, it's a twofer. I feel like Luka was hooping, don't get me wrong. But the onslaught that Boston had was still going to be way more than Dallas was going to be able to tend to because they were coming with a full healthy squad and we weren't fully healthy. When that time came, we weren't healthy. Like the Boston Celtics got to fight.
Getting into the paint,
the Boston
I'm
Celtics,
giving everybody on my team wide open shots, and they are not missing. That's my fault because we lost. No.
All I'm saying is Boston had to play against everybody that was hurt, and they had a free ride to the playoffs with a full bill of health.
The East is
The
weak.
Mavericks had to fight every fucking body, and every series was damn near a challenge to a certain extent, even though we was whooping ass.
That's gonna be anybody
and
in the
we got
West.
to the end, and it was, I mean, yeah, but if it's everybody in the West and fucking
The East is weak as fuck. It's been weak. That's
Kevin
why they
Durant
changed
and
the
Devin
All-Star
Book-
game.
If Kevin Durant and Devin Booker get hurt, it's an easier West for Dallas to fend through. If the Clippers get hurt, it's an easier West for Dallas to fend. Like, you see what I'm saying? For Boston to have to go through that whole series, not have to deal with nobody for real, because Jimmy got hurt. Fucking didn't Giannis or Dame, one of them got hurt.
Halliburton got hurt.
Fucking
Yeah.
Joel Embiid got hurt. Like
Yes.
everybody they had to fight, had to go against, got hurt. So
But even still, the East is weak, regardless of if they were healthy or not. The East is weak. It's been weak. That's why they changed the All-Star setup.
I don't feel that's not why they changed all.
Yes, it is. But the West was beating the East ass every year.
To a certain extent,
Right.
I'm gonna say the East.
Okay,
is
so
weak.
why did they? The East, yes, it is.
But the East
it's
is very
been weak.
I ain't gonna say it's been.
Look,
That's
watch-
why
watch
LeBron
this.
been getting them.
I ain't gonna say that because
All right.
because you know if you really think about it, like
Who did LeBron go through to get to the finals?
if you
Let
really
niggas
think
talk.
about it, between 2011
This nigga
and
jumping.
2016, the East had solid teams,
Exactly.
bro.
They
That
had one or
Philadelphia team,
Thank you.
What
the
Philly
Indiana,
team?
the
What
Philadelphia
Philly
team
team?
with Drew Holiday, Iguodala, Evan Turner.
No,
Crazy.
I'm not giving you that.
Wow.
Nah,
Fuck
that's
no.
crazy. That's
you said
crazy.
you said 11 through 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pacers, yes, I'll give you the Pacers. I'm not
The
giving you Philly.
Celtics
What Boston team?
with KG, Paul Pierce.
Yes.
He had to go through them once.
before they lost Ray Allen and after they lost Ray Allen. He went
After
through-
they lost Ray Allen, hell no, because they lost everybody. They traded.
No, they
Paul
didn't lose
Pierce and
everybody
KG
immediately.
to
Remember, because
Brooklyn.
the next year they was beefing. KG and Paul Pierce was beefing with Ray Allen whenever he came out in that first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. They didn't trade everybody immediately, and they
Okay.
still made the
But you're
playoffs.
talking about that
KG got
Boston
injured.
team. What happened with that Boston team? They
KG
won a
got injured.
championship. No,
KG
they won
got
a
hurt.
championship
Yeah,
through LeBron.
through the East, which you just said was weak thing.
Exactly. Anyways, no points
If,
proven.
if we talking about that 2008 team, they had to go through LeBron. They had to go through a prime Dwight Howard. Like, where's the weakness? That's what I'm asking.
He don't know. He ain't got an argument no more. Anyways, on
It's
to
teams in the playoffs
back,
with losing records. That's what
That-
the fuck is you talking about?
back
Yeah,
to the West.
now.
Look,
No,
look.
it's been like that.
Back to the
But
West.
it's teams in the West with losing
No, it's
records.
not. Who? Who has a losing record in the playoffs?
Not this year.
Nobody has ever, bro. It
In
be,
the West.
it be
Come on,
50
Harvey.
wins. It
Come
be
on,
damn
bro.
near teams with 50
Come on, bro.
wins not making it into the playoffs in the West, bro.
Come on, bro.
It be 46
In
win teams.
the West is
I
strong.
feel like we're arguing in
the
circles.
first six
We should move on.
teams, maybe.
No.
We should move
maybe
on.
even five.
I'm talking about
We are moving on.
40 win teams
Okay, that's
that
great.
don't make the playoffs.
We're gonna move on.
That's crazy.
We're gonna move on. In other news,
It be 30
in
win
other
teams in the playoffs
We're
in the
moving
East.
on. In other news, well, I'll let y'all argue with that 20 minutes. Over with. Motherfucking Greg Popovich has finally said that he's stepping down as head coach of the Spurs. Prayers to him, prayers to his family. He did a lot of major. Had 23 seasons, 26 seasons. I don't remember how many seasons they
29.
said. 29.
29.
29 seasons in the NBA. He's finally stepping down as head coach, which honestly is an amazing career. He has 5 rings as a coach? Scroll down, Beb.
I believe that's a correct number.
I want to say 5.
Because it was one point in time they was winning every other year.
That's what I'm saying. Like they
Okay.
won like 2-3 years straight when we were kids in the Parker
Going through
Ginobili,
the West.
Duncan Robinson era.
Going through the West, you got to go through the Spurs.
Not anymore. Anyways,
Yeah, not no more, but
but
it was a long stretch in time where you had to go through the Spurs.
big facts. How do y'all feel about him, his legacy, and what he's been able to do for the game of basketball?
I feel like he's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Arguably the greatest.
I don't think that we're gonna see
Bro,
another.
like I said, it was a
like
point in
the
time where
Spurs.
literally like every other year they were winning the championship.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see another team like that. Tony Parker, Ginobili, Spurs,
Duncan, yo.
Tim Duncan Spurs. I don't think we're gonna see that ever again.
No.
And then somehow they got Kawhi.
Right, facts. And he got another one.
Now they got Wemby, yeah.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing over there. You know what I'm saying?
He's going to be team president. I'm excited to see these changes, but, you know, those are some pretty big shoes to fill.
As a coach,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think
That
I
next
don't
head
think they
coaching
can
job,
be fit. I don't
you-
think
you-
like you gonna have to come straight out the gate with a three-peat to
Yeah,
even
exactly.
attempt to fill them shoes.
You're going to have to, you know,
That's like coming
all
in
them
at the field.
comparisons to Pop is just going to be crazy for you mentally. So you just going to
Yeah.
have to prepare for that, whoever the coach is.
what players do you feel like could come in and coach this team right now?
Rondo.
Players?
I was
You
thinking
think
Rondo,
Rondo?
too. I think Rondo might be the only one, especially with De'Aaron Fox being there.
I think
I
Rondo.
feel like
I
the
think
players nowadays are too soft for
I think Chris
a
Paul could
Rondo
retire.
mentality.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think that Spurs team is actually really tough with Shohan, Wemby, De'Aaron Fox. I feel like they got a very tough young lineup. What's the name? Vassell. They got a nice tough squad.
No, they got some great young pieces.
Great young pieces. I think Rondo would be a great coach. Or if Chris Paul retire and just step up as head coach, that'd be nice too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We've seen the retirement straight to head coach scenario before, and it did not go good.
I understand that, but Chris Paul is a different type of player.
Jason Kidd.
But this Jason Kidd.
What about Jason Kidd?
After he retired, he was immediately a head coach.
Yep,
And
for the
wrong with
Bucks,
that?
and
They
he did
sucked.
terrible.
Oh, the Bucks did terrible, yeah, but he came to the Mavericks right after that and did decently well.
But yeah, that was after having experience.
Yeah, he had to go through like assistant
talking
jobs after that.
He's talking about
Just
Chris
retiring
Paul
and going
going straight to head coach.
And I think
That scenario, I don't feel like it's good.
the reason I think Chris Paul could do it is because I've seen him, like, even though he was a player, like, will that OKC team to the playoffs, things like that. So I feel like he has a different type of vision as a player, and I think he can translate that well to coaching.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like he'll be.
Maybe.
I feel like if anybody's going to be, I feel like he's probably the one for me.
Them first 3 years going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I think anybody's first 3 years, for real.
Unless he makes the playoffs the first year. If he goes in and makes the playoffs the first year and possibly takes them to a 7-game series, he might be all right. If they get swept that first round, then yeah, he's going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
Either way. But if he actually competes with whoever in that first year in the playoffs, I feel like they'll give him some slack. Like, okay, first year, y'all got to the playoffs, y'all didn't get swept. You know what I mean?
If he gets to the playoff regardless, that's a successful season.
That's how I feel too.
And then
the Spurs are ass right now.
Does anybody know the status of Wemby's health? Like that's very important for whoever the next coach
The last
is.
that I saw anything about it was he still had that clot in his shoulder or whatever.
He's gonna be good to go for next year.
They was talking about something about a surgery, but I don't know. I haven't seen any other reports since.
He's gonna be good to go.
Shams ain't said nothing, so
he's gonna be good to go next year.
I'm waiting till Shams say something. That's what I'm waiting on.
To go next year.
Other than all that, man, it was a good episode. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Before we get out here, though,
this nigga always want to try to.
Yeah, I sure did. I knew you was about the outro.
Who's winning
but before we get out of there,
who's winning?
Before we get out of there, I'm gonna tell you first of all, the person who's gonna win is definitely gonna be the Celtics. They're gonna beat the Cavaliers, and then they're gonna move on. And I think they're going to beat the Golden State Warriors.
I don't think Celtics win.
They don't
I think
play
Cavs
Cleveland.
win the whole thing.
I thought it was Indy and Cleveland.
I know. I'm talking about in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay,
I think Cleveland beats Boston. I think Cleveland beats Indy. Boston and Cleveland beats Boston, and then Cleveland beats. I don't know who's gonna come out the West. I ain't gonna.
I think Golden
I'm
State's
say
coming.
no.
If Golden State loses today,
Yeah,
Then it's going to Game 7, and it's up in there.
Golden State lost last night.
yeah.
So it
it's
is
his
Game
7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was. I think. I
But
don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
no to Cleveland just because of inexperience.
Yep.
I don't give.
I'm
I don't care
gonna
about
give
that.
that nod to Boston just because of the experience.
I don't care about that. I feel like this team is hungry. I feel like we haven't seen that team be this. We saw them this feisty last year too. Don't get me wrong, but this year it looks a lot more
They
polished.
ain't have Jared Allen last year. He was
Exactly.
hurt.
It looks a lot more polished this year. Watching them hoop, they beat that damn team by 50-60, and fucking the point guard Garland didn't even play.
Did Mobley
Facts.
won Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like looking at that squad, bro. Honestly, I really wanted Cleveland to do better last year, but this year, I think it's theirs to win.
They're nice for sure.
I think it's theirs to win, bro. I think it's time for Donovan Mitchell to get his ring, and I think it's theirs to win.
If the
I
Timberwolves
don't
keep
think
playing
it's
the way that they playing,
That's gonna be the fight.
I think they're gonna make the or OKC.
I think that. Wait,
If OKC make the finals,
I do not want to see.
I don't
SGA
want to
in
see
the
it.
fucking
I don't want to
finals.
see it. I
man.
hate that.
I'm not gonna
nigga.
lie to you.
I
But
hate SGA.
That
bro.
might be the finals right there.
if
I hate
OKC
SGA.
makes
Cleveland Timberwolves.
I would
That's
love
a
to see
series.
that.
My doubts about Timberwolves. I don't trust Julius Randle in the playoffs, and I don't trust.
He been hooping so far.
But this is round 1.
That's facts.
We'll
But
see.
you know, last year before that round 1, he was ass. Just throwing that
But
out
I'm
there.
saying that's what I'm saying. I don't trust Rudy Gobert in the playoffs. I don't trust Julius Randle in the playoffs.
I think Anthony Edwards is willing them to win.
He's gonna have to.
And I think he's
don't
gonna
trust his
continue to do
supporting
that.
cast. I do not trust his supporting cast.
If he
And
gets at
SGA
least
is-
half of decent support.
SGA is just a bitch, so I just don't want to.
Wow. All right, folks, this was a great episode. You feel me?
You average 30 a game and
This was
15
a-
coming from the free throw line.
Look,
Fuck you, man.
This was a great episode. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
dead,
Like I
man.
said, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Drop Spot Radio.
No, don't cut me off. No, hell no.
Make sure you
Put the
subscribe
camera on
to
me.
the, make sure you subscribe
I'm
to the
dead,
YouTube at Drop Spot Radio. Subscribe, like, comment, share the whole nine. Follow Harvey Lee, Harvey _Lee_ JDB. JB ain't got no Instagram at Charming Music. You already know what it is. And we out.
You are now tuned into the Drop Spot Internet Radio.
Get that real shit.
#1 station for the drip and the drop.
Hey!